In the United States, not so long ago, there was a simple rule that wasn't written anywhere. If you were a woman and you walk into a bank, you weren't really alone. Someone else was expected to stand behind you. You could have a job, you could earn your own money, you could save carefully, but when it came to a loan, one question often mattered more than all the others. Where is your husband? At the time, this didn't feel dramatic. It was simply how things worked. Before the 1970s, banks in the US were built around assumptions. Men were seen as permanent, women were seen as temporary. Not because of data, not because of the statistics, but because of habit. A woman might work full time and still be turned away for a loan. She might plan a business and still be told to bring a cosigner. Most people didn't call this discrimination, they called it policy. The effect of this system wasn't always obvious at first, but over time it shaped lives. Without credit in your own name, independence became complicated. Living a marriage, starting something new, or surviving a loss all become harder. Money in practice decides how much choice someone had. In 1974, the US government acknowledged the problem. The Equal Credit Opportunity Act made it illegal to deny credit based on a gender or marital status. It was an important step, but laws tend to move faster than habits. Banks followed the rules, yet many decisions still looked the same. Nothing dramatic changed overnight. Around this time, something quieter began happening. Some women stopped asking why banks worked the way they did. Instead, they asked a different question. What would a bank look like if it were built differently? This wasn't a movement. There was no speeches, just conversations, often after work, often at home. The goal wasn't to make a statement, it was to make things function. In New York, a small group of women, writers, economists, organizers, began turning the idea into reality. One of them was Betty Friedan. In 1975, they opened the first women's bank. It wasn't designed to exclude anyone, it was designed to remove assumptions. Applicants were evaluated by numbers, not roles, by plans, not permissions. The bank worked quietly and steadily. A few years later, the idea traveled west. In Denver, Colorado, another group of women took a practical approach. They didn't look for larger investors, they pooled their own money. Thousands of women bought small shares, communities spread the word. In 1978, they opened Women's Bank of Denver. On its first day, people lined up outside. By the end of that day, more than $1 million has been deposited. For a new bank, this was unusual. For this one, it was simply a response to demand. Traditional banks paid attention, not because they were challenged, but because the numbers were difficult to ignore. Loans performed well, savings were consistent. The idea that women were risky didn't hold up. Slowly, other banks adjusted, not out of ideology, out of practicality. When women gained access to credit on equal terms, life changed in small, measurable ways. More businesses opened, more property was owned, more options existed. There was no single turning point, just a shift in how money moved and who it moved for. Looking back, this story isn't really about banks, it's about design. When a system doesn't fit the people using it, sometimes the quiet solution isn't to fight it, but to build a better version and let it speak for itself. Thanks for watching. If this story stayed with you, give the video a like. And if you want more stories like this, you're always welcome to subscribe. Bye.